Imagine a place on Earth that is less explored than the surface of Mars. It is dark. It is cold. It is crushed by immense pressure. For human history, the bottom of the ocean has been a place of mystery. It was a place we left alone. But that is changing fast. Right now, governments around the world are looking at the ocean floor with hungry eyes. They do not see just water and rock. They see money. They see power. They see the future of energy. A silent race has begun. It is happening far away from our eyes. Giant machines are getting ready to descend miles underwater. Their goal is to scrape the bottom of the world for black rocks that are worth billions. In this video, we are going to dive into the deep ocean. We will uncover why world leaders are desperate to control the seabed. We will look at the hidden costs of this gold rush, and we will ask if the price of these minerals is too high for our planet to pay. To understand this race, we have to look at your pocket. Look at your phone. Look at the electric cars on the streets. The world is switching to green energy. We are moving away from oil and gas. We are moving towards batteries. To build these batteries, we need very specific metals. We need cobalt, we need nickel, and we need copper. Right now, we dig these metals out of the ground on land. But digging on land is hard. It is expensive, and often the best mines are in countries that are difficult to work with. This is where the ocean comes in. Lying on the flat plains of the deep ocean floor are billions of small black rocks. They look like burnt potatoes. Scientists call them polymetallic nodules. These little rocks are packed with the exact metals we need for batteries. They are already pure, they are plentiful, and they are just sitting there waiting to be picked up. For a world hungry for technology, this looks like a treasure chest. One zone in the Pacific Ocean alone has enough nickel and cobalt to power hundreds of millions of electric cars. If it was just about making batteries, private companies would handle it. But this is not just business. This is politics. This is about national security. Governments are pouring millions of dollars into this technology. Why? Because they are afraid. Right now, the supply chain for battery metals is controlled by very few countries. China dominates the processing of rare minerals on land. If you are a leader in Europe or America that makes you nervous, you do not want your energy future to depend on another country. If another country cuts off the supply of cobalt, your electric car factories stop, your economy hurts. So the deep sea represents a way out. It is a new frontier. If a country can control mining rights in international waters, they become independent. They do not need to rely on trade deals or rivals. This is why we see such a frantic rush. It is a grab for strategic control. Governments want to secure these resources before anyone else does. They view the ocean floor as political territory. It is a game of chess played with billion-dollar mining ships. So how do they actually do it? The engineering is massive. Imagine a ship floating on the surface. It lowers a giant robot miles down into the water. This robot is like a massive vacuum cleaner or a combine harvester. It drives across the soft sand of the ocean floor. It scoops up the nodules and pumps them up a long pipe to the ship. It sounds simple, but doing this miles underwater is incredibly hard. The pressure down there can crush a submarine like a soda can. The water is freezing, yet governments are funding the technology to make this possible. They are building the ships. They are testing the robots. They are ready to start industrial scale mining on a level we have never seen before. But there is a catch. A very big catch. The deep ocean is not dead. It is alive. It is full of life forms we are only just beginning to understand. When these giant machines drive over the seabed, they destroy everything in their path. But the damage goes further than that. The biggest problem is the dust. When the robots stir up the bottom, they create massive clouds of sediment. These plumes of mud and dirt do not just settle back down quickly. They can drift for miles. This dust can choke deep-sea creatures. It can bury fragile corals that have taken thousands of years to grow. It clouds the water and blocks communication for animals that use light to talk to each other. Also, there is the noise. The deep ocean is naturally quiet. Industrial mining machines are loud. The sound travels for hundreds of miles underwater. This can confuse whales and other marine life that rely on sound to navigate. Scientists are warning us. They say we could wipe out entire ecosystems before we even know they exist. We are risking permanent damage to the ocean for the sake of cheaper batteries. This brings us to the real conflict. On one hand, we need green technology to fight climate change. We need batteries to stop burning fossil fuels. On the other hand, mining the ocean to save the climate might destroy the ocean in the process. Governments are currently bypassing strong environmental regulations in their rush to start. The laws for the high seas are still being written, but the mining companies are pushing to start now. They are prioritizing speed over safety. We are standing at a crossroads. We are about to launch the largest mining operation in the history of our planet, and we are doing it in the one place we know almost nothing about. The ocean floor has taken millions of years to form. Once we disturb it, it may never recover. Are we really ready to give up the deep ocean just to keep our lives on land running? What do you think? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in.